President Donald Trump believes the U.S. and China are close to reaching a trade deal. He could make the final decision when he meets with Chinese President Xi on Thursday during a trip to the APEC forum in South Korea. There's a lot at stake during President Trump's trip to Asia. White House correspondent Owen Jensen reports. Owen.
Veronica, good evening to you. Stocks rallied today to more records. There's hope tonight that trade talks will ease tensions between the U.S. and China, both of the world's biggest economies. The world, of course, is watching. But first, for President Trump, a stop in Japan.
President Donald Trump lands in Tokyo, where the Emperor of Japan greeted him and welcomed him into the Imperial Palace. President Trump gearing up for 3 more days of meetings, including his upcoming talks with Chinese President Xi.
We'll be talking about a lot of things. I think we have a really good chance of making a very comprehensive deal.
The two sides are negotiating everything from farm products to TikTok, which could also be part of Thursday's deal.
We got an original approval from President Xi. I expect we'll have an approval, but I'd rather wait till a couple of days to let you know.
And President Trump says he'd like China to help convince Russia to end the war in Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin just raised the stakes by testing a new nuclear-powered cruise missile.
You ought to get the war ended. A war that should have taken 1 week is now in its soon 4th year. That's what you ought to do instead of testing missiles.
As he started his trip, President Trump told me he would also raise the case of political prisoner and Catholic convert Jimmy Lai.
And it's on my list. I'm going to ask. Look, they're big enemies, so we'll see what happens, you know. Jimmy Lai and President Xi are big enemies, but it's been a long time, and it'll be on my list.
President Trump first stopped in Qatar on his way to Asia, landing in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where he signed a trade deal and took part in a peace treaty signing.
And thank the President for his effort to secure peace in many parts of the world, including Gaza.
Cambodia's prime minister says he's nominating President Trump for the Nobel Peace Prize.
And speaking on Air Force One, President Trump also acknowledged for the first time that he received an MRI during his last medical exam. He called it perfect. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.